Let's take a look now, Peter, at our animated jump-off course. This is always a nice thing to be able to have courtesy of Longines. Here we go, starting off with the jump number 1.
It's a pretty short and sweet course, as our animated display will show us. A nice gallop to number 1. The riders are going to go more direct to the second jump than the graphic just displayed. The original fence number 2, then you make a left-hand turn to the third C element of the triple combination. Then a short left-hand turn to a new jump, fence number 16, which is a tall vertical. Neat right-hand turn. You're going to the very difficult in and out 12AB that caused a lot of problems in the first round, and then it's let it fly. Fly around that water and gallop to the last jump, that big, tall, meter-60 FTI jump.
And there it is.
It's short, it's sweet, it's fast. He does a great job, Alan Keeley. Beautiful presentation, great sound.
Well, we've heard a lot of our viewers this week, Ernie, from all over the world. We're glad to have had them be a part of our Hampton Classic coverage.
Such a success on so many levels. This sport is booming, and the years to come, it's only going to be greater and greater.
Well, it's because of our sponsors. You know, most importantly, we can't do this without the sponsors, so it does mean a great deal to us to have all of them on board, and we certainly see the difference in our sport more so now than ever on a global level.
Now, while every jump in the jump-off course is important and needs to be jumped clean, the two that I think, as a rider, are going to be the most challenging is the A element of the double, fence 12A, because the riders are going to be running and galloping and turning. That's a very, very tall jump, and it's off a tight turn, and it's entering a combination going directly towards the in-gate. There it is, fence 12A, the Longines vertical.
And as we say,
and then the run to the last jump.
And the stride gets flat, as we say. It's not a round, bouncy stride at that point. It's a pretty flat, open stride.
It's fair. It's the second to last jumping question in the jumbo. So the horses are going by that time, and I think that's a very, very tough jump. Now, all of the jumps are tough, but that one, it really has my attention. And in order to win today, you're going to have to let it fly to the last
yes,
jump.
you are,
And
especially.
we saw that come down a lot today.
Oh, yeah. And Richie Moloney now coming out on course. He's ready to let it fly. Again, riding for his home owner here, Equanimity.
Very exciting how this young up-and-coming horse has risen to the occasion, displaying this kind of ability and quality.
Well, quite impressive on every level.
Now, unofficially, it's our understanding that Richie Maloney has secured the leading rider victory.
Presented by Longines. Again, Longines being our sponsor that we are not only just most appreciative to have, but this is a global sponsor that is really there for the passion of the sport and has been so for quite some time.
Now, Richie's got a nice canter, but he doesn't have what I would call a big gallop. He does the 9 strides, which is the conservative jump-off striding. There is a big 8 there. Just like he did on Friday, it looks like he's trying to put in just a nice, neat, clear round under the time allowed. Makes the inside turn, but there's not a lot of galloping. Keeping Freestyle De Muze organized and focused. Good at 12A. Oh, and it's down. He's got a rail down. Problem with going slow is if you do have a 4-fault round, it'll be very easy for the other riders to beat you.
And heading home now, 4 faults, 44-26. And now representing Argentina is Ramiro Quintana and Whitney for the St. Bride's Farm out of Upperville.
Now we get into chess and poker combined.
Oh, yeah.
This is a very fast rider, a very fast horse. They know each other very well. They've been partnered together for over 3 years. He knows he's got two fast horse rider combinations behind him in Kevin Babington and Brion Gutal. Let's see what he does. Like I said, the worst he can be is 4th. Let's see how many strides he does from 1 to 2. Look at the severe left to right angle. We fit in the 9. It's a very fast type, this horse. Oh, it's down. For sure he's faster than our first rider, but he still has to leave the remaining jumps up.
Okay,
is down.
So now strategy changes for our last 2 riders, Peter.
It sure does. And it's too bad for Ramiro.
So coming home 8 volts, 38.58.
Was 6 seconds faster than Richie Moloney, but with 2 down, so he's in 2nd place. Kevin Babington is now cantering into the ring on the very careful mare Shorapur. We've got 3 mares in this jump off and 1 gelding, and that gelding was ridden by Richie Maloney. I mean, he knows he's got Brianne behind him, so what is the strategy?
I tell you what, they're on their feet over in the Grand Prix tent right now. People are excited about these last 2 horse and rider combinations. Very exciting.
My guess is Kevin's going to take a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to leave the door wide open for Brianne, because a fast 4-fault round is going to go into 1st place.
Yep.
And it's not going to be hard to beat Richie Maloney's time, but he can only have 1 down. And if he's clear and fast, well, then he's putting the pressure on Brianne. Brianne is at the in gate watching Kevin, which is very important, so she knows what she has to do. Did the 9 strides. Promptly over. This is the jump Ramiro and Whitney had down. Careful mare leaves it up. This is the new jump. 12A is everything. Come on. 1 jump to go. Come on. Come on, Kevin. There it is.
There it is, 38.16.
That'd actually be 39.16, but he is clear. The worst.
39, yep, 39.16.
The worst Kevin is going to be is 2nd place. So he was a second slower than Romero Quintana, but quite fast. I think he did it just right, Scott.
I do too.
He did not leave the door very wide open for Brianne. And I don't think it's in Brianne's makeup to ride for 2nd place.
Oh, no.
And again, if she's a prompt 4-faulter, she'll be 2nd.
Well, she's
and a slow clear, she'll be 2nd.
I tell you, she's a crowd favorite in every way. I know people watching her all over the world that have spent the summer with her or competing with her, cheering her on right now.
As you can see, Brianne has a nice, relaxed look within herself. You know, she's not all tense and rigid. It's very important in this sport. It's a lot like golf. Beautifully ridden in the 9 strides. Smooth and careful so far. 3 obstacles to go. Yes. Come on. 1 more. Come on, Brianne. Come on.
She's going to go now. Come on.
Come on, Brianne. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. No.
Oh. Beautiful ride. 40.34 and clear. Good for 2nd place. I know she's happy with that.
And Brianne's been 2nd and 3rd in this class before, and notch up another 2nd place. That's Beautiful ride.
Wow. We held our breaths on that one.
Well, again, we're waving that USA flag. Great to see Brion back in this country. And Kevin Babington at the top of the heap today, Peter.
Yes. The win's going to go back to Ireland with that fabulous 9-year-old mare, Shorapur.
Big win for Kevin Babington and Shorapur. And I know, Peter, you're very, very fond of this feisty mare.
Oh, she's wonderful. She's what we call a class mare. She's so careful and she's so game. And the experienced veteran international route, Kevin Babington, has done a wonderful job bringing this horse to the international level. This is the biggest win to date of this horse's career and one of many great wins for Kevin Babington. Ireland has had one heck of a week. They won with the exception of 2 classes, Ireland has won every big class here this week.
Well, other than Molly Ash, Molly Ash
And
Coley.
even I won one.
Yeah, I know you. I was going to say, you and Molly, you held them back a little bit, that Irish Brigade, for a moment.
But Molly Ash won the second biggest competition with her wonderful horse, Charismo. She was a little unlucky today. And the United States and Brion Gutal were a little unlucky. I think she just misjudged how fast Kevin was. And that happens. I think she gave a beautiful ride and a fabulous performance. Her horse jumped virtually rubless in both rounds today, Brion Gutal and Nice De Prissy. And she enters the very, very important fall season in great form. I'm very happy Kevin Babington giving his mare.
Receiving, and there's Brion right now.
Beautiful horse. And Brion has always been a real horseman's rider.
Oh,
There's a lot of feeling. There's a lot of relationship between her and her horses. She doesn't use them like a vehicle.
Not at all. And she's had Onira. She's had, so many of them for many, many years.
I believe her farm is the Cloverleaf Farm.
And remarkable farm. Yes, she has support from the family, and she's really working at this as a professional now and doing a beautiful job.
It's been an exciting, long journey this week that brings us to this point of celebration. Peter, as someone who has experienced major victories, when you're in this stage of this event, it must be exciting to be part of all of this.
It's exciting, it's gratifying, and there's a sense of confirmation that what you're doing, your program, your management, your strategies, that they're correct. When these competitions are like when you're at school and you take a test, and when you get an A+ on the test, it's a confirmation that your study habits and the way that you memorize or learn the material is correct, because then you can go out and ace the test. And that's what Kevin Babington's done today. And the wonderful thing about this sport, there's the dynamic of the animal. It's not just yourself, but you're bringing along a live, beautiful animal with instincts and good days and bad days, and bringing out their instincts. And it's a wonderful feeling of gratification and fulfillment. And it's also nice to help pay some bills. This is a big payday.
There's Brion again, one of the local favorites here in Bridgehampton.
And it is a very good payday. Thanks to our sponsors, the Hampton Classic Grand Prix has become a must-stop for our greatest riders.
Now, is Land Rover is our title sponsor today?
Presenting sponsor, yes, it is. Yep.
And there it is, the leading rider sash, Richie Moloney and the 9-year-old Freestyle De Muze. What a great week.
$30,000 winner take all.
I'm curious. I'm curious if third place plus the $30,000 bonus exceeds the first place prize. I believe first place in this competition is $75,000. Not sure what third is. Might be something like 30.
Not a bad day.
Oh, what a great day.
And he worked hard, though, this week. You know, in all fairness, I mean, Richie Moloney kept putting round after round of beautiful riding.
100%. He earned every cent of that leading rider bonus presented by Longines.
And if, again, anyone can call this his home show, it's Richie Moloney for his equanimity. Again, Michael Hughes, very, very impressive.
Very.
In many ways. Youngest rider to be in the top group like that. There he is.
And for him to be the fastest four-faulter, what poise at a young age. He had fence 5 down, kept his cool, left all the rest of the jumps up, and was the fastest four-faulter. And that's important. A coach wants to see that.
Oh.
Our U.S. coach wants to see it.
Absolutely.
I'm sure that Irish chef to keep Robert Splain is very aware of what's going on here at the Hampton Classic, and he couldn't be more pleased with what many of his team riders have done, from Kevin Babington and Richie Maloney today to Paul O'Shea, Derek Kenny.
Derek Kenny was on. We had him on call in France just in case. We were prepared just in case he did walk away with the Longines Leading Rider Challenge.
We can congratulate him on the telephone.
We were ready. I have to. My hats off to the press chief Marty Bowman and Vandy Littman and all the Hampton Classic staff. We were ready with Skype and all kinds of technology to bring him into the presentation. So it's very exciting in many ways.
And I must say, if I were Derek Kenny, I would not begrudge Richie Maloney at all, because he won it with class. He won that leading rider trophy. He earned it. He wasn't lucky. He rode great, and his horses jumped great.
Very, very nice.
We see
Barth Cohen there. Yep. And we see Mr. Juan.
Yes,
Capelli.
Juan, who is, again, Vice President of Head of International Marketing for Longines.
It's a very large leading rider
Second year in a row. Oof. Very, very impressive.
And that's an impressive ribbon also. Wow.
Second year in a row.
Wow.
And a beautiful horse. Beautiful, beautiful horse.
Well, here's the victory gallop. What a day it's been. We're going to be joining our riders for the press conference immediately after.
Kevin Babington, based in Pennsylvania. A hard-working, talented professional. Shorapur is not so comfortable with that winner's cooler sliding down around her left side, giving a little extra kicking and bucking with her tail. How fabulous. It's great World Cup points. Kevin Babington getting 20 points for the win. Brion Gutal getting, I believe, 17 points for second place. That's a big step towards going to the World Cup Finals in Las Vegas, which will be held this April.